Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to Talk Barca. I hope you all are doing well. So, today's video is something, as you have guessed from the title, we will be discussing about Xavi should be learning from his mistakes. This is the topic for today's video, and we will be discussing in detail some of the points that I think in this season we have to get it correct. So come on, let's get on with it. And before I start this video guys, I have to update you on one thing. Jules Koundé is now training with the group, and in the El Clasico it looks like he will be risked to start in the El Clasico, and we have to wait and see where he plays. Of course, about that we will be discussing in the match preview, so stay tuned for that. But right now, coming on to this video, and by the title, as you have guessed it, first of all, I have to say it one thing, I have to make it clear, absolutely one thing. We are 99% in the Europa League this season. I find it no way, because it's nearly impossible by the conditions that are right now that we need to meet in order to qualify for the next stages of the Champions League. It looks really tough, because what are the options right now? Two things. First of all, Inter Milan has to defeat Victoria Pilsen needs to defeat Inter Milan, and Bayern Munich needs to defeat Inter Milan. And the most important thing about this is Victoria beating Inter Milan, a team that has conceded almost 15 goals right now and haven't won a single match in the Champions League. And secondly, we have to defeat Bayern Munich, which looks very tough given how the situations we are in right now. It looks very tough. And to be honest, we are almost in the Europa League, and before even our match kicks off in the time when we face Bayern Munich, before that it's Victoria versus Inter Milan, so we will get to know the result before even our match kicks off, whether we are in the Champions League or not, whether we are still fighting for the place. So that's it. But now, coming into the topic and the main topic of this video, Xavi learning from his mistakes. Because first of all, I have to say, first point is Marcos Alonso cannot start. It is absolutely that simple. In any big matches, in any game, yes, in one or two matches, maybe something, but Alejandro Balde has to start on that left hand side. He simply has to start on that left back position, because in yesterday's match, when Alejandro Balde came on, he looked very lively, he looked energetic, he looked like a speed that was going in from the left hand side. There was crosses, pure quality crosses coming from inside, coming from the wide left hand side inside the box. It looked more threat, there was more threat, there was more energy. It was overall a good gameplay, because Alonso, to be honest, in one or two fringe matches he can play, but apart from that, I don't think so. Alonso should be playing. Alejandro Balde should be starting. That's my first point. And coming on to the second point right now, it's about Frenkie De Jong. Yes, Frenkie De Jong. And what I basically mean by Frenkie De Jong is he needs to play more. Because if you have watched yesterday's game, when he came on, he by far was the best player we had on our pitch. The ball was progressing very well. The team looked more energetic, there was more dynamism, there was more creativity in our play, and Frenkie De Jong was running with the ball. He was a proper ball carrying centre back. Runs were made from the attacking forwards, and it looked more lively and energetic. And what I mean by Frenkie De Jong is basically start him in the Busquets role. It doesn't matter, because yesterday's match, Busquets, some of the times he was if that was prime Busquets, he would have changed the match, because there was one moment in which Dembele was making a run, Busquets was way deep inside our own half, and Busquets tried to switch, because what our gameplay is basically, we tried to play from the flanks, we tried to create our play from the width, from the wings, and Busquets tried to make a cross-field pass, but it was easily defended by Bastoni or Skriniar, maybe someone who was there by Inter player. It was easily defended. And you look at it, if it was prime Busquets, he would have passed that, he would have made that pass with his eyes closed. And simply right now, we have to slowly and steadily move away from Sergio Busquets. We have to get it, because this is the last season of Sergio Busquets, and we have to play there Frenkie De Jong more, develop him more in the role. Or even if Busquets starts, Frenkie De Jong has to play. I'm not going to say that Xavi is bad or Pedri is bad. Absolutely not. In every match, it shouldn't be like Busquets, Pedri and Xavi. In some of the match, it has to be Busquets, Pedri and Frenkie De Jong, or Frenkie De Jong playing as that pivot and Pedri and Xavi as the two other midfielders. This has to be our midfield. Or even in sometimes, given how injured we are in our defensive situations, we saw it in the preseason. Maybe play Frenkie De Jong as that makeshift defender. Play him as that defender. Play him as that centre-back. He's a proper ball-carrying centre-back. It can be tried out. It can be experimented. It can be done. Because clearly, Gerard Piqué is not at the level. It's gone years now. It has been done. It has been dusted. Gerard Piqué has been an excellent defender. He has been of excellent service to our club. Of course, a huge legend. He is huge credit to him. But whatever the situation is, Frenkie De Jong needs to play more. And from Frenkie De Jong, the second point, what I have to say in the third point is Raphinha should be playing on the right hand side and Dembele should be playing on the left hand side. And what I mean by Raphinha especially is Raphinha has to play more, because in matches happens, it has been seen that Raphinha starts, then he gets subbed off in the 60th minute. Yesterday, I didn't understand the substitution for Raphinha, because some of the times Raphinha was tirelessly working. He was sometimes helping out us defenders. He was helping out Sergio Roberto. He was coming backwards, helping out defensively. He was going forward, making those runs. Yes, he had a chance. He should have buried that chance, but he missed it. He couldn't connect with the half volley chance. It was, 20-30 minutes? I don't remember the time. But there was a chance. There was a moment in the game where Raphinha should have converted that chance. And Raphinha should be playing more. And this is what I mean by Raphinha. And then that fourth point, what I mean basically is that Ansu Fati has to play more. Yes, we have got Dembele, a good player, a very good player. Raphinha, a good player, a very good player. But Ansu Fati deserves to play more, because in yesterday's match, when he came on, of course, Dembele was shifted to the right-hand side, but Ansu Fati looked a proper threat. He was trying to make things happen. He was taking on defenders. After a long time, I saw it. He was trying a few shots from outside the box. He didn't connect, of course. But Ansu Fati has to play more. It is that simple. Ansu Fati, I know we are cautious with him. We don't want to take any risks or injury or prevent him from such injuries or something. But Ansu Fati should be playing more. And these are the 4 points that I think Xavi should be learning from his mistakes. Xavi should be understanding this, because this is something that we have to get it clear. We have to get it good and perfect in the upcoming match. Because, and why do I say this? And right now, I believe the mood is not good. Our mood, our morale, our confidence is very low. It's very down, I have to say it. But what I have to say it, guys, let's not dwell about what has happened, what has gone. Because, to be honest, we have simply got a whole season to play for. We are league leaders. In the next couple of days, we play Real Madrid, a very, very tough match. And even we have to make it absolutely clear, we have got a season to play for. La Liga is still an option. Copa del Rey is still an option. Super Cup is still an option. And to be honest, guys, if you can get these competition, if we can play in these competitions, if we can at least get La Liga and Copa del Rey, we can still turn it around to make it a very, very good season. Yes, there is still Europa League, but I'm putting the Europa League, the Champions League completely aside, and I'm talking about La Liga and Copa del Rey. These two trophies are still there. Super Cup is also there, and we can win these tournaments. We can win this, and we have to get the job done, because this is what we play for. We can't let one match, one tournament disrupt a full competition, all the competitions. We have still got a season to play for. And one more thing that I have to make it absolutely clear in this video, guys. There have been many rumors, many messages coming out that Xavi has to go, Xavi needs to leave. And what I mean by this is, have patience, guys. Good things take time. Xavi needs a little time. You can't expect Xavi to be doing miracles within one season. Yes, I understand the money that we spent in the summer. It was outrageous and we deserve to be playing in the Champions League. But hey, Bad things happen. That's life. You move on. And it's simply like that. We can't be dwelling about that. And Xavi needs to learn. And I want to give a classic example of why I think Xavi still needs time. Is the reason because just look at Arsenal. Just look at Arsenal for a classic example. First of all, when Mikel Arteta came on as their manager, it looked like completely that everything was going out of their hands. Mikel Arteta was not the man to lead Arsenal, and it was this and that, and Arsenal were playing very, very poor. And in the first 2 seasons, Arsenal were very poor. But in this season, you look at, they are the league leaders right now. They are playing absolutely great football right now. And right now, Arteta has got a better understanding of what his squad is, what his team is basically, so that he can make changes, he can play good things, he can do the good things. And this is what I mean by saying it. You need to give Xavi some time. At least this season, he has to stay it, and even in the next season, he has to get it 1 season, at least a minimum 1 more season I'm talking about. At least this season, he has to stay there. And of course, in the next season, whatever happens, we will see in the next season. Of course, if things don't work out, we will see about that. But right now, we need to stay behind the team. Even Xavi admitted in the post-match conference that yes, the way we played it, we don't deserve to be in this competition. We should not be playing in this competition. It's that simple. And what I also have to say, guys, is Joan Laporta, after the match, came out and he showed his support to Xavi and as the coaching staff. He showed his support, and this is what I basically want to say about have patience with the team, guys. We will bounce back, we will get back, and it is as sure. And if we can discuss the points that we discussed, if we do these things right, things will change, things will be better. So that's it for today's video, guys. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. And once again, if you're new to this channel, do hit that like button, do hit that subscribe button, do all those good stuff. And thank you so much for joining. Tap that bell icon. Once again, if you're new to this channel, do all those good stuff. And thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until unless, Bisca el Barca.